You may not have noticed, but VAR is now in the Premier League. And
really?
it brings us to our next point. Don, will VAR ever award a penalty? Because they seem scared to press that button and say, yeah, it's a spot kick. We saw more occasions this weekend.
I don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is about the Premier League managers, the Premier League referees, where they're not willing to actually go to a monitor. I think that's the serious issue for me, because the referees on the pitch at the moment are trying their best. Clearly, at the moment, they are a little bit afraid of what's going on with VAR. I think it's only been implemented for a couple of months, so we'll have to give it a chance to evolve. But when you see some of the decisions or the lack of decisions that have been going on over the last couple of months and weeks, and especially at the weekend, when I looked at the Sokratis penalty, I thought when John Moss was calling that game, who had a decent game, by the way, when he called that and he let play on and then he got the instructions on VAR, I was absolutely stunned that Aston Villa didn't get a late penalty. It was so clear and obvious. I just wonder who's in the VAR team that's not either good enough or brave enough to make these calls, because we're seeing it sort of every other week. It will evolve and it will get better, and we are learning. But these sort of decisions, in my opinion, when I speak to referees over in England and the UK, these assure me, ex-referees these assure me these are easy calls to make.
I was going to say that it's not the fault of the referee on the field because he isn't allowed to go to the monitor, but it really is because the referees will rotate, and that particular referee will be in the VAR booth a couple of weeks later, so making the same decisions. I'd love to go and sit at Stockley Park in the booth when some of these decisions are coming through.
Oh, me too.
And just to say, you what? You're not giving. I mean, it's incredible, but you know, they're not even up for debate.
Yeah.
That's the you know, you think about what we had this year. The David Silva stamp at Bournemouth. Azpilicueta kicked at Norwich, which was clear. Then there's more from this weekend, penalty kicks.
Tielemans' red card.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a nonsense.
Yeah.
Can I just say, though, that the ones from this weekend are particularly bad in the sense that you would think the referee on the field should be making this decision, regardless of whether VAR existed or not. That he should be good enough to see this play and actually make the correct call without the assistance of any technology, because that's how clear these calls were. So are they hesitant because they have VAR?
Yeah.
And are the VAR guys hesitant to overrule whatever's going on the field? In the meantime, we're not making the correct calls.
You've got to let the referee. I agree. You've got to let the referee go to the monitor.
Right.
The game should be refereed from the field of play.
Right.
It should be aided and abetted by VAR, but the game should be refereed from the stadium, from the field, by the official in charge. VAR is only there to help him make the decision. And I think a lot of those decisions would be different if the referee had went over to check the monitor. The argument that it takes too long is just a nonsense. I mean, it really is. It's because it's taken maybe 20 or 30 seconds to go over there. If it's clear, bosh, give the decision. Job done.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.